Let's just keep going, okay? Jeez, what? That's not what you thought it was. I am what I eat. It works. I see a bug.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
I have antenna now.
Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
2 inches makes all the difference.
Ladies. Anyway. Sorry.
Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening. A little chart
I see
of,
you.
Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Let's take a picture. You can say that, Farley, but I can tell you the size of the boat does help a lot. Okay, we haven't had things without symbols yet. And there's beta, alpha, yeah, I don't remember these. Pi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that pattern in the in that other picture? No, I don't think so. No, I was seeing if it matched a pattern earlier.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
This one's in a little pot.
You know, Farley, you're right. Smaller ships work too. There are other ways to survive. There are ship accessories and a good old hand wax. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes the boat's too big to go into the dock, which could cause problems. I may have that, yeah.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
It's a gemstone? Potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color. That's kind of cool. What's up, dude?
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
FITZ'S fellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's an issue for some people.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration?
Talk to a dumb person.
Like mutation.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
Ah, Snazzy was still
you're
funny.
the local expert on all this stuff?
No, I'm just the gardener.
Can you talk like you're talking to a slightly stupid person?
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
You're allowed to answer that question. Just, you know. It reminds you of Amajiki? Oh yeah, the guy who eats stuff and takes on their characteristics. Yeah, a little bit.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Yeah, who's we?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that?
No.
Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
FITZ'S room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
Let's go. I like this mechanic where it'll immediately let us go to the thing that's locked. So the garden connects the two towers, is what I saw in that little explanation. That's good to know. This room needs a designer.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP."
How many PPs are there? How many people? Oh, we haven't gone over that side, so no. There's a Penelope pointer, I guess. We'll have to get the other P's. You get it, Schnazzy. Come decorate this room.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked. It's a combination lock. Sort of.
No. That one. Hold on. Scoot over. That works. Does it work? It looks like it works. Is there one that's exactly that shape? That's this guy? But cerulean blue walls with a white rug. I mean, that would look just wonderful. I'm wondering if there's more than one way to arrange this. Because all the lines do work, kind of, except for, like, right here. It's kind of off. I wonder if this is a red herring. Because that could be one? Maybe? Okay, there's a lot of red herrings here. I'm gonna say that. Okay, so that's where we were last time. So they all kind of connect. This is definitely meant to be just really confusing. See, this looks like it works, only like these don't connect. So I'm trying to figure out if this is on top, this fits kind of here, but then these lines don't work. So I'm like getting symbols, but they're not in the right order. And then when I try and rearrange it, like maybe this way, those lines kind of don't work either. Like, I'm getting all these different symbols. Do you think I'm missing just, like, there might be a fourth one somewhere? I mean, you can see all the symbols here. Maybe I don't want to do corners. Let's do... I can't make that work. It has to be like this. Like, if I have this, what color does that represent? Because it would be kind of like this one. Yeah. It would be this one. That's like this, but then how do I figure out which one it is? You think all the columns have different figures? I wonder if I could do it, like, instead of them all being together right away, can I have it to where they're kind of connected? And they just make one longer one? Like, can I do this, and then have this one somehow connect to the side? Or does it have to be here? I'm not seeing this one. I'm overthinking it, probably. Not even probably. I very much am. I mean, there's a dot. It's like that one's on top, so there's a dewdrop. This is the dewdrop. So there's a dewdrop. There is this one. There's one of these. I think you decided one of them is this, but let's take a look. There's one that's like the... I need that one. But this. There's that one. Already got the dewdrop. I think that's it.
That's done it.
Okay, so we're literally just finding the shapes and trying to find
Neat.
them. Okay. I was overthinking it.
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Emerlaus, good to see you. Happy Tuesday and Happy New Year's Eve. PP and Fifi. Metal guarding trowel with a decorative pattern. Is the decoration engraved into it in letters PPFF? We saw that on a tree, too.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
What?
It's a big empty space.
Wow!
There's someone outside the window.
Yeah, I like Final Fantasy too. That's a good point.
Something outside the window. It's probably just a rock.
You sure? It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Slide the lid open, then move the tiles into the correct slots.
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slots. Are they connected?
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
Nope.
Maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
That's fair. I want to try the two-away thing.
Didn't work.
You know, I think this might be one of a pair.
What? The whole thing?
Yeah. Something about those symbols. The duality of the sun and moon, you know?
If you say so.
Yeah, it's just Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, she says we probably don't have what we need, so I say we just come back. We already had a pattern or puzzle like
Let's
that before.
come back once we know what to do.
So her saying that makes it pretty simple to know. I think we're done with Fellow Tower. Let's go ahead and head over to Pointer. Music room. That's Poppy. Oh, Poppy Pointer. Yeah, that could be it. Poppy Pointer could be the one.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them. It's like a little parade of floating spirits.
They all have different kinds of symbols.
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor. Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Tiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue's horn. Inside the horn and on the ground below are various shards of cracked glass. I wonder, could she have made a sound that cracks things? Like in the phone?
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
Lindsay Sterling, and she's good at it.
It's pretty dusty, so I'm guessing nobody.
1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
Yeah, everything's gonna burn. Oh, this creature is a Kappa. Kappa. Got it.
It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted. Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Okay.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
It's frickin' Wednesday from the Addams Family. Good point. Good call. One sec. There's a setting I think that's messed up. Yep. Just trying to autofocus. I don't let you autofocus.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... Things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
That's fair. Very fair.
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you
That's
talk
nice.
to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
Oh, Farley. It's not called it's locked. You're supposed to knock. You don't knock and then open the door. Or just open the door. You knock and say, hello? Housekeeping? Housekeeping?
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason.
Didn't mention
The
getting
three of us
punched.
went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
It's still kind of lining up with everything, though.
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
To Poppy! Again, great music.